Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube tutorial. My name is Samson Abbasno Etim, and in today's class I'm going to show you how to use your frequency separation to edit your image. If you're new to our channel, like our videos, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification button so you can get notified whenever we post videos like this. If you want the raw file of this image, you can find it in the description. There's a link in the description that will take you to where you can download the raw images. So guys, let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is duplicate my image. Pressing Ctrl J. Right, I'm not going to touch the background is okay. I just want to, the first thing I want to do, the next thing I want to do rather, is rename my layer to healing. I want to remove the blemishes on the face. So press J on my keyboard. I actually customized my keyboard to J for my patch tool, and my healing brush tool is H. You have to take your time. She has a lot of pimples on her face, so I'm going to take my time to edit it to make sure it's smooth as possible. So what I'm basically doing is I'm replacing the part where we have the blemish to a part that is more smoother, but also maintaining the skin tone, and also I'm not taking the skin from the highlights to the midtones or the shadows. I'm making sure I'm replacing highlights with highlights and shadows with shadows and midtones with midtones. So not going too far. So for those that don't know what your highlight is and what your shadows is and what your midtones is, so your midtones happens to be a part of the face or the skin that is not too bright and not too dark. It's in the middle. Then your shadows happens to be the darkest part of your model or your skin on your surface. Then your highlight is the brightest part of your surface. So whenever you hear people saying, oh, the highlight, reduce the highlight, they're just saying you should reduce the number of light on the brightest part of the surface, increase the midtones, meaning you should increase the middle part of the surface, which is in between black and dark and bright. By the way, I hope you enjoy my background music. Right. Um, if you don't like it, you can let us know so we can change it. But I think I like it though. But then again, if you want me to change it, I can always change it and find something more better. So this is gonna be a bit long. Yeah, the last one I posted on changing the background was very short. I think that's my shortest uh, tutorial so far. Okay, so take your time and make sure you're touching every part. uh, I'm actually a bit fast for the sake of this tutorial. So you can see over here she's wearing a nose ring, and I don't want that, so I'm just going to take that out. You can also use your clone stamp to remove your blemishes, but I like using between my clone stamp or my patch tool. Only on rare occasions that I use my cleaning brush tool. So again, it's based on preference. You can use whatever works best for you. Sorry guys, my voice can be a bit low. I'm a little bit under the weather. Also, don't forget to drop a comment. You can comment where you're watching from. So if you want to undo, just press Ctrl Z on your keyboard or Command Z if you're using Mac. Okay, let's see what we have. So we've gone from this to this. So let me also touch this part. You want to make sure you're paying attention to all the details. So you can do your frequency separation before you start, using your healing brush tool or your clone stamp or removing the blemishes, right? But I like removing the blemishes before doing my frequency separation, so that way when I finally do my frequency separation, it do the final smoothing of the face and make sure there's no patch or there's no mistake anywhere. Right, so we've gone from this to this. I also want to touch this part of the hand. Like I said, you need to pay attention to every detail. Okay, let's see. This is good. So next thing I want to do now is use my frequency separation. Right, so I'm going to use the 16-bit frequency separation because my image is actually in 16 bits. You can see Photoshop is showing me here is RGB/16. That means a 16-bit image. If I'm editing a JPEG or any other image, it's going to be 8-bit. I want to use my 16-bit frequency separation. So I just click on this right here. And so how frequency separation works is, I'm going to do another class where I explain how you can create your own frequency separation from scratch. So I have these actions that is ready for download. All you just have to do is click on the description. There's a link that will take you to where you can get the actions and my lot also, and this free image for you to work with. So back to frequency separation. So how does it work? Right, I've already created the action and my Gaussian blur is currently active. So the more I increase my radius, right, the blurrier the skin. Now you don't want it to be too blurry, because when you are mixing it will affect the skin, and if you reduce it too much it won't have any effect on the skin. So the more you increase your radius, the blurrier it gets. So you just increase it to a part where you know the skin is a bit, you know, smooth, right? But I like leaving mine between 8, between 5 to 8, depending on the image I'm editing. So I'm going to leave this at 7. And this is good. Let's zoom in so you can see. But you are not missing the details, so you can still see the details of the skin. So you need to make sure that the details of the skin, you can still see it. It is not over blurred out, right? And it is not blurred in at all. So let's press OK. Now for your, it's time for you to start mixing the skin and making it smooth, right? So I'm going to go to my brush tool. I set it to a hem on my keyboard. I'm going to do another class where I'll teach you how to set your keyboard, and also I have my keyboard shortcut action in my description, so you can just go there and click it. You will see all my actions. You can also download my keyboard shortcut action and just install it on you. It's just a plug and play for your Photoshop, and you can just have all the actions there, so all the shortcuts there, right? So my wet is for 30, my load is for 30, my mix is for 30, my flow is for 30, because I don't want it to be too much. I make sure that this icon over here is on clear, not load, because if it's on load, our foreground color here will be showing on our image, and I don't want that. And also I make sure this icon is not clicked. I've unclicked it. Then if you're using Photoshop 2020 to 2024, right? I think 2022, you have to turn on your select layer, sample layer. You have to turn it on. This is the icon that says sample layer in Photoshop 2023 and 2024. So just click on it. Then you come down to your frequency separation where your layers are. You turn off your high frequency, and we're going to work with our color correction. So let's just turn this off, and you can see the image is blurry. Then let's start mixing. Remember, I explained what our highlight is, our shadows is, and our midtones is. Now the highlight is the brightest part of the image. The shadows is the darkest part of the image, while the midtone is in between. It's the middle part. It is not bright and it's not too dark. It is in the middle. So this is my highlight, this here is my midtone, and this is my shadows. This is my shadows, this is my midtone, and this is my highlight. On the face of the model, you can see our highlight and you can see our shadows. So let's mix highlights together, midtones together, and shadows together. You don't want to drag your highlights to your midtones, because if you do that, you can see what we have. It makes your image unrealistic, right? So I want to mix my highlights together and my midtones together and my shadows together. So let's just do that. So you're just basically mixing. Now we've mixed that part. Let's see what we have. You can see how smooth it is. So let's keep going. If you're using a mouse, it might be a bit difficult, but it's better than using your hand. So your trackpad, I mean. So I will suggest you use either a Wacom tablet like I'm using, or you use a mouse. to get more accuracy. Remember, we're mixing our midtones together, our shadows together, and our highlights too. Okay, so our highlights, our shadows, yeah, highlights, shadows. Okay, so that's what we have so far. This is good. You can see how smooth our skin is. So remember, I want to touch every part of the skin, not just the face. Sorry, I turned on my pen too. Okay, and let's do this part. Okay. Oh, that's a mistake there. So let's undo that. Good. Okay, so this is what we have. So from this to this, from this to this. So next thing I want to do is, you can see the color of our hair is a bit brownish and I want to make it black. So the first thing I want to do is go to my adjustment layer over here, go to our white and black, and let's just turn it down right down a bit like this, and let's invert by pressing Control I or Command I if you're using a Mac. Let's remember, when maxing, your black hides and your white reveals. So let's change back to our brush tool by pressing B on our keyboard. Let me increase this and let's switch to white. We're just going to paint just the hair area. Okay, so let me change this part. Okay. So I'm going to reduce the opacity a bit. So let me play around with the blend mode. Let's see, multiply, darken. I think I like darken. bring this down a bit. So before, after. Need to let's bring this top side a bit. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to adjustment layer again and add curves. So I'm just trying to create kind of like an S curve. So we are. I want to bring it down a bit. Yeah, good. Like what I'm saying. Next thing I want to do is add my 5% blue to make the picture a bit cool. And let's reduce this a bit. Good. Then I would like to add glow effect to make our skin glow. So I'm going to go to my gradient map and I'm going to change this to photography. Yeah, I can see. I'm going to pick this and let's use soft light and reduce this a bit. 10 before after. Let's do overlay. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to add this my LUT, my chocolate gradient LUT. It's too much, and I'm going to reduce this a bit. Let's take this out. Okay. 450. Stem. Cover this. Right, 70. Let's increase this to 50. 15 is okay. And let's reduce to 30. Alright. And I'm going to reduce my curve a bit to 50. Yeah. So the last thing I want to do is add my brightness. So let's go down to where we have brightness and contrast. Increase the brightness a bit. And let's add a little bit of contrast. So 15 is good. Let's increase this a bit. Like 20. And we are good. So I like adding my watermark. So let's change this to white and www.saemedia.com.ng. $45. Let me just put this there. Let me increase it to 10. Let me increase it to 10. Yeah, good. That's good. Okay, increase my bracket. It's okay. Now let's see. Let's reduce this by 20. Okay. And good. Sure. Okay. And I like what I'm seeing. I think I'm going to increase the effective width to like 66. Oh, that's good. Let's just add a little bit of curve and click max it. Do this. Okay. Okay. I like what I'm saying. Let's just reduce video. And we're done for today, guys. Don't forget to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, turn on your notification so when next we post our video you will get the notification. Also, the link where you can download the raw file of this image, it's in the description. The link to my plugins, my shortcuts, my gold lot and everything is in the plugin. So go there, download and enjoy yourself. See you next time. Bye bye.